Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Bravo. We're Black. I am here with my resident DJ for for our Euphoria and the boys takes, Leah of the Positively Uncensored podcast. We just had a ball talking for probably a total of 3 hours and about to make it four, with just about everything about the summer house. Like, you get my pure unfiltered thoughts and what pissed us off and what was so glaringly obvious and heartbreaking and annoying. And we also talked about Real Housewives of Rhode Island a little bit. So definitely go over there, hype up that YouTube video, hype this YouTube video, and we are going to get into Euphoria and the boys because it's my week with these two scripted shows. Make sure that you are downloading, liking, even just putting it on in the background if you don't watch these shows, because we would appreciate the views, the downloads, and all that good stuff. Leah,
Can I say that
I was about to say, how are you?
No, I'm obsessed with you calling me the resident DJ. Just because when on my show, I said that like we exchange who has custody. So the fact that I would be the co-parent who's a DJ, that you share custody back and forth, I just think it's very appropriate. I think it's very funny. I think it's very appropriate with everything we're talking about. Thank you for having me as always.
Thank you for being here. So we should get into the boys first because I feel like that's top of mind. Mm-hmm. Last week, pivotal episode, Homelander got the V1. We should all be scared, frankly. Mm-hmm. And he didn't really show us this episode. I mean, we did get a death, but I would think that he's waiting for this series finale to show his ass. He got the V1. Everyone's on the run. He just kind of just flew back, and he doesn't care because he knows that he's going to outlive all of them and he's going to have a fun time killing all of them. And he has to market himself as God, which is so uncomfortable for me because it's insane and it's crazy. But at the same time, we find out that the boys, they have a new way that they think that they can stop him, which I did not see this part coming because I'm like, okay, well, once he gets the V1, it's very clear we're just going to have to figure out how to jump this man and kill him or do what we do to Soulja Boy. But instead, they say that Soulja Boy has that boom boom blast thing that he does. I don't even know what to call it, so I just call it a boom boom blast. And they want to recreate that with Kimiko, and we kind of just like jump to that in my opinion. It's like, oh, okay. And so that's the crux of the episode, is that we're testing out how we can use Kimiko as the person to get a Homelander, like, you know, away from everyone and solve that Homelander problem. Turn Kimiko, who is a very strong, amazing, like super powered person, but she can't hold a candle against Homelander because basically no one can. Turn her into Soulja Boy. And at the same time, we have a lot going on with the 7, which has dwindled down to 2. Because last week we got Noir out, and you heard our feelings about Noir on Leah's episode, so please visit that. It's going up soon. It should be up soon. And yes. Now we've lost Noir. Homelander is like, I don't really care about the 7 because now it's me and the Deep. Mm-hmm. Like, Sage is with the boys. She is about to give herself a lobotomy, and I'm like, give me one of those immediately. And she's just like clocked out because it did not work. We also get, and I was a little bit disappointed. This is the first time I was disappointed. I know and I hope that they'll be back for the series finale, but we finally see Marie Moreau from Gen V, and I'm like, oh, okay, we're starting, like, we're gonna see what they're gonna do maybe we're gonna go fucking jump Homelander. Like, let's see what's gonna happen. And boom, it's just they end up housing some people, helping some people, and I'm like, okay, I hope that that's not the end of what we see for them. But yeah, so the deep is gone off the deep. Sage is completely done. Homelander finds out that Kamiko is trying to perfect this or get this formula perfected, and we have to, unfortunately, spoiler alert, say goodbye to Frenchie, which is one of the most loved characters and members of the boys in general. And, at this point, I'm expecting it. I was expecting more deaths. I was expecting more brutal death. I was
Mm-hmm.
expecting more violence, especially for episode 7. But we got that, and now it is really go time because Homelander, he misread Soldier Boy wanting what Clara wants to happen, which is for Homelander to get the V1, as him wanting to be his father, and that's not what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Soldier Boy tries to leave. He's like, "I'm about to fuck off to somewhere else. You don't get it. I really hate you," and I kind of loved that because I was just like, what was that? Why did you give him the V1? Like, that's so weird. This whole season he's fucked you over, and it doesn't seem like it's in your character to allow someone to treat you this way. But he's just like, yeah, I want you to have the V1, but I don't want this father and son thing. And Homelander is drawing up Disney plans like a proud son and all that stuff. It's so embarrassing and hilarious at the same time. And boom, once again, we just get a knockout of Soldier Boy with that gas or whatever. He chokes him out, puts him back in the coffin. Like, I like to say the coffin because I watch the originals, and that's what Klaus does. Anytime one of the vampires gets on his nerves, Klaus will put him back in the coffin. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
just like, I'm kind of also tired of that trope of putting Soldier Boy back into like the freezer. But yeah, that's the
Doesn't it
crux of
feel
that.
like, sorry, quick question. Doesn't it feel like Toy Story when they, remember that one guy? I think it was like in Toy Story 2 when he would put the toys back in the box and like
Yep.
they didn't want to have to go back in the box. That's what it feels like.
Yeah,
Also, I always say that Soldier Boy's on ice whenever he puts him in there.
because he is.
Because you're being frozen, which I think is insane. Keep going.
No, that's it. That's the crux of the episode. We lost Frenchie, but now it's up to Kamiko to, do her plan. Butcher's still around, Huey's still around, Starlight's still around, Mother's Milk is still around. Um, and yeah, I mean, it's just a wild ride. And I thought that episode 7 was going to be basically what episode 6 was, because episode 6 was really like up and down and what's going to happen next. And a lot of people called it a filler episode, but it really wasn't a filler episode. It was just a perspective episode, and so much happened in it. And we're losing people every episode, and it's wild to see, but it just leaves me worried about the series finale because there's so much to address. And that's what happens with these shows. I mean, you have 5 seasons of a show with such strong, amazing characters that we've gotten to know and love. And now it's time to say goodbye. And how are we going to stop this man? What are your general thoughts on the things that happened in the episode? What surprised you? And what do you predict is going to stop Homelander, or will he be stopped?
Okay, general thoughts for the episode. I also feel confused by Kimiko and the entire plan. Like I'm just very confused. Like I didn't get why they're essentially subjecting her to so much radiation, and I don't get what it was supposed to do. Like, was she supposed, is it like a garlic vampire? Like, she was supposed to walk near Homelander and it like kills him? Like, I truly didn't understand that.
So with that, Soldier Boy has this thing where he can blast and it will pretty much kill anyone that he's held on to that we've seen him do. So they have to put that much radiation inside of her so she can blast Homelander away, basically.
Okay. Okay. Got that now. Thank you for that. Okay, so now that I understand that, I don't think that that's gonna work.
Right.
Yeah, that's not working. She's gonna like he's gonna cut her into a million pieces or whatever he does with his laser vision. Um, I was shocked that Huey and Butcher had a backup plan. And I thought, because I thought they were screwed. So I was shocked that they got control back over that situation. This episode was so, it was just like watching the news. Like it was just so parallel to where we are right now with, oh, like, don't worry about asking Congress. I'm going to abolish Congress. And then, yeah, basically they acted like they were having one of those panels where they like share people's opinions and get feedback. And instead, they just killed everybody who, as they were reading their minds. I thought that that was well written. Again, it eerily parallels what's happening right now. So that's another general thought. And then lastly, Cat Dog, that they there was a lot to unpack from them sniffing each other in the coat closet to afterwards. I think they both got murdered, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Sorry, so now they're dead.
Wild. Is that whole thing was wild. Old Father is also a very interesting character, like to bring on the show because I think in the comics they just said that I don't even know what he does, but on the show he has like all these different powers and he's like the only one that Homelander is now listening to. We have Ashley and Bashley. Um and it's so funny to watch her play both of these roles.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. I don't see how we can stop this man. And maybe we won't stop this man. And I don't know who's gonna like end up like who's gonna end up, staying alive or is everyone gonna die? Because they said that people are scared to kill their main characters. Like, are we going towards a complete like slaughterhouse of a finale?
Probably. I feel like it's just, yeah, I feel like it's going to be a cautionary tale about people with too much power and inflated sense of self and ego, which is what Homelander basically represents. And yeah, I think it's going to be a slaughter. And I don't know if I think it's going to be a happy ending. Wait, this is the fifth.
I
Yeah,
mean,
this is the final season. Like we're done. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be a happy ending.
I don't think it's no, it's definitely not going to be a happy ending. It wouldn't be The Boys if it was a happy ending at all. Um,
Huey
so
will probably survive somehow just because he's like a cockroach. Like he always survives.
right, what I do like about this episode, I feel like I complained about a lot, but I really did like the episode overall. It's just that there are just some things that didn't make sense to me,
Hmm.
and I want them to utilize more, or even I don't know, they just changed really quickly. But I did like the speech that MM gave Starlight about basically just like having hope. And I'm like, okay, that's the MM that I know
I
because we
like that too.
opened the season with MM having just basically just being another butcher. He didn't care about anything, didn't care about living, drinking out of toilets, drinking a bunch of alcohol, sacrifice people by any needs, doesn't matter, we're all going to die. And then now we got MM back. And I hate that because now I'm like, oh, yay, we got MM back. Probably going to die. Just like we were setting up Frenchie to die.
Hmm.
It's just going to break my heart. But, the series is over. So, for the good of taking this man down, we need all hands on deck.
Hmm.
So, what I'm thinking is the Gen V people, they have to come back. Like, we have to jump.
Hmm.
We just basically have to jump Homelander. We got to have Starlight, Kamiko, Butcher, Gen V people, and then we need Ryan to come back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because
And yeah, go ahead.
can he go underwater, Homelander? Can he breathe underwater?
Yeah, I don't know if he can breathe underwater. I don't know if we ever addressed that.
Okay. Because I don't know if it would be possible, but yeah, if he could be like pulled to the bottom of the ocean floor, whether it's by a bunch of sea animals or the deep with sea animals, or like I could see that. And then I'm also wondering if he can breathe in space, because if he can't, a cool power would be to be able to both fly and breathe in any atmosphere. So basically, you would just need somebody who could fly him up to somewhere where he would die,
Okay,
or just put him up there.
he can't breathe underwater or in space, but he can hold his breath for an extended amount of time. So I don't know
Okay,
what
so
the
they'd have to
extended
have like
amount
a
of time
uranium
is.
rope like tied around him so that he's like weak, and then he'd have to be flighted up there and his eyes would have to be cut out. Like I don't know if they can cut out those headlights, but they would have to be.
It's like, when does this man sleep? He's just like always around, walking around, just plotting and being evil and getting pissed off and wanting his like daddy's approval.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, my God, when does
Evil
it
never sleeps, I
end?
guess.
Yeah, that's the truth, because
Mm-hmm.
it's so wild. It's just so wild watching it, and I don't know how we beat this man. Like I genuinely do not know, and I don't want people from the comics to tell me either. Like I want to be genuinely surprised, and
Yeah.
please, I don't want the finale to leak, because this is the last episode that the people of the press got. Like this is the last screener that they got, was episode 7, and I think that. No offense to the writers, episode 7 was probably like the weakest of them all for me. Like, I'm coming
Oh.
out of this episode like, okay, this is what you did with the Gen B characters.
My
That's
problem with the Gen V characters usage was, and tell me if you felt this way, but like I felt like Marie Moreau's character did not feel like her character on Gen V. Like I'm like, I don't know, like they like wrote her differently in this series. Like it just felt weird. Like it just felt like I don't like, yeah, I agree. Like, this is the plan. Like, that was the plan. Like, oh, hey, go home. We don't need your help anymore. And Starlight's power pisses me off every time she uses it. It's she, I genuinely don't understand what defense she actually has. She can blind someone for a second. Is that it?
it's like the power of using electricity blast against people, but you have
So
to
she could
have
electrocute them.
electricity. Yeah.
Okay, because we haven't seen a scene where she's like suspending it and like electrocuting someone, and I feel like that would even be like no offense, but like some of the vampires from Twilight for the Volturi had cooler powers than Starlight. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, no, that's not offensive, because I'm a Twihard Die
Yeah.
Hard fan. So,
Like the girl who could make people feel pain. I think her name
mhm.
was Jane. Like that was a pretty good power.
Oh, love that. Yeah, that was The Boys, you guys. I don't have
That's the
much to say
boys.
about it. Like, listen, I'm not a comic reader. I this is not my forte. But those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts on this? How do you think we're going to take down Homelander? Should we take down Homelander? Yeah, we should.
We should take down Homelander,
We should.
100%. Do I think it's possible to be done? I don't know. Like, not in, like, at this point, it's like, yeah, I understand them planning this plan in private because of what's going on. But you basically need, like you said, all hands on deck. And this isn't out to enough people to get like, every single soup ever should be there. Like, every soup ever. Again, not to reference
Exactly.
Twilight, but like, where is the Cullen family and the extended family
We
that's coming
need
out for this battle? Where are you?
jump this man.
Get him.
Get him.
Get him. Like, I hope they get him simultaneously. Does good win when evil is so willing to go the extra mile?
No,
Sometimes I don't know. Yeah.
no. It's and that's what is so frustratingly good about it is because like we think that we're watching ridiculous things, but these are ridiculous things that are actually happening. So there's that.
And personality, like their powers might be ridiculous, but the personalities are people who exist in society. 100%.
Exactly. But hopefully we can have that that same message and that same inspiration of the people who are evil that exist like this, but hopefully we do have like people like and Huey who like have hope to the very end, think that we should all work together. Frenchie, who's changed his entire life before he passed away, like hopefully we there is still good and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm stressed out. I can't wait to see the finale. Don't leak it. Don't
Don't.
tell me what happens if it does leak. Don't tell me what happens in the comics until after the fact. Like I want to be completely surprised.
Same.
I let me know if you guys are seeing it in theaters, and also let me know if you guys are seeing Summer House in theaters. I'm very jealous, but I would also be proud of you guys. Now, let's get into Euphoria,
Let's do it. What
which
an
is
episode.
basically The Idol season 2.
Uh-huh.
Um, and it's crazy, but that we're too deep in it to stop at this point.
Uh-huh.
I just have to see things through.
Same.
And no matter how bad of a day you think you're having, Rue and Nate are having a worse day.
True. Any day.
But
As soon as
let's
you start to have a good mood, Nate, little risky business moment in his
right,
boxers and a little dance, boom, golf
right.
club through the window, coming for you.
That toe keeps getting ripped off, and I'm like, do the other one, like please, like stop. Now he has all these appendages getting ripped off, and I'm like, please, we cannot do this with a fine man. Like, do this to us, JK. But it's so insane. Okay, obviously we're starting out. Cassie is full in the OnlyFans world. This is literally how the OnlyFans world works. You go to different parties, you get connected to different creators, you get signed to houses, you do all kinds of freaky things, and you get shouted out, and that's how you get your subscribers. The subscribers also, it's not just a monthly thing. They can give you. I'm talking like I'm an OnlyFans creator. I'm not. I just know a lot about it. Like Miami is literally the number one earning spot of OnlyFans creators. So it's just so common down here that you know the routine. But yeah, you can request certain things, and Sydney Sweeney is probably doing the best work of her career because it's written around who she is as a person.
Mm-hmm.
They wrote this character for Sydney Sweeney. This is the life that she would be living if she didn't happen to stumble upon Euphoria. Because let's be serious here. She's not an ugly girl, but all she has going for her is her titties.
Yeah, 100%. Agreed.
That's it. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's literally it. And if
Mm-hmm.
she wasn't on Euphoria, if she didn't get discovered there, this is what she would be doing. And that's why she's so good at playing it. Um the beginning is crazy. It's just his I think it's Sam Levinson's just sexual fantasy.
Fantasy.
Yeah,
Agreed.
there isn't an intrusive thought. He just has thoughts and wow,
I
wild.
hated that part so much, by the way, too, because I kept waiting for them to bring it back around. Like, I'm like, it could be a porno, it could be a promo, but bring it back around. And there's just no explanation of why we're seeing that. Like, it's not, she's in an upcoming adult film flick. It's not, this is a promotion for her new website that Maddie hired a graphic designer to create. It's just, here's big tits against the glass and the guy jerking off to her.
And the thing is, that's what my friends think when I say I'm creating content. I'm a content creator. Like they think that's what I'm doing. Realistically, I'm here like, has anyone seen K-pop Demon Hunters? Like, no.
Yes.
Like that's not the content creator that I am, but not knocking your hustle if it is. Like get that money,
Right.
girl.
Get
Because
it.
times is hard and if some shit don't start popping soon, can't say I won't. Leaving that there.
Mm-hmm.
So we obviously have the crux of it between Maddie and Cassie is that she is with this dude and he is hot. He's a hot influencer and he has an influence house. He has millions of followers. He already has girls in houses and managers and all that predatory stuff that happens when you are doing that kind of work. She decides that she wants to leave Maddie, and Maddie is like, okay, that's fine. I'm going to cancel the audition that I got for you because every girl that is in the entertainment industry, their well, I'll say 90% of them, their goal is to get on some kind of TV show, something, do something like that, be
Mm-hmm.
regular famous. Like whether it's a reality show or a scripted show, they want to be in the spotlight. So
Mm-hmm.
she's like, she knows who Cassie is. Like ultimately, like you're my best friend, you're my best friend, and she's like, stop talking around things, and it's such a fucking crazy thing to watch as we're going through the Sierra and Amanda thing, and it's just like, oh wow, 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 desperate, male centered, worthless, embarrassing. She's sending Nate her money that she's earning. She
Mm-hmm.
is just doing all these things, and then she's trying to convince that Maddie that she's her best friend and she doesn't want to hurt her and all this shit. And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna be in this house and they're gonna manage me. And then Maddie is like, okay, well, I'm gonna cancel your audition. And then Cassie is like, no, wait. So Maddie is a boss ass bitch, by the way. She gets her the audition by saying, Lexi, do you want to have me as your enemy?
Mm-hmm.
No. And that's like the Sierras do not fuck with me. Like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
she gets her the audition and the girl does a fucking Shakespearean monologue. And
So
I
funny.
will say that I was tickled by that. Like,
I was too. I thought it was funny.
I thought it was just fun. I had the same reaction as like the casting people that are on it
Mm-hmm.
watching
Mm-hmm.
it.
Same.
And Lexi is just like, what the fuck? You put your maiden name on there, remember?
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to be, Nate's Nate's wife so bad, and now she's like, oh well, I'm Lexi's sister, so like I'm Lexi's sister. She gets the role, boom. Now we got to go to the other side where it's the reality of Jules has Rue there. Her and Rue hook up, and her sugar daddy is like, "Are you bringing men in my house?" Because Rue dresses like masculine. So
Right.
he has to remind her, and that is what every sugar baby that is with a man with a family needs to remember. The family comes first. He's like, I
Mm-hmm.
like you, but I love my family. And I think that she needed to hear that shit. Because I'm sorry, Jules has gotten too big in the head. Like,
You're like, know your role.
yeah, like you have this penthouse, you have all of this, but you have it because you're with a married man. Like it's insane. So like we leave off her with that to think about that, and I'm like, okay, well,
Whereas I think like him, I'm like, shut the fuck up. One little text to your wife, like
right.
this
I can
all your
blow this
world
up.
pop. So you're gonna keep paying, and these boxers are probably gonna stay here. Might be a new color next week from Rue. So you're not gonna order me around, but I will use protection to honor your request, and you can give me a STD check every week if you want. Fine.
Yeah, because that's reasonable, but you're not going to tell me what to do and act like I won't ruin your life. Like
Right.
there's a
Easily.
reason. There's a reason for everything.
Yes.
Like
Exactly.
be for real.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what did you think about just this first part, this first half before we get into like the Alamo of it all?
Um, like I said, investigate Sam Levinson again. It's just
Mm.
so weird, the Cassie scene. And then two, to find out how long it took to build the set, how many people were involved in that. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, I guess I'm happy that artists and set designers were paid to work on this. Because I know jobs are tight, but it was such a waste of money and a waste of something that could have been built into the show. Like I would have rather seen Maddie in the club longer than seen that scene. So that's my thought on that. Jules and the married man, LOL, look at you ordering me around when I actually have a lot more power than you think I do, but also realistic because at the end of the day, that's probably how men footing the bill and wanting the control over it would act.
Well, yeah, it's like you got to know your place, babes.
Uh-huh.
We're
Uh-huh.
seeing this with Rue La La, which is we talked about Rhode Island, so that should be out soon.
Yes.
So okay, let's get to Alamo, Rue, the drugs, all this stuff. Basically, Rue gets in the clear with this whole drug business because she got Lori to basically admit on tape that she sells drugs, and I was like, well, wait, is she done with wearing a wire that quickly? But before we can even take a breath with that scene, we have Rue and Maddie basically like meeting up. Alamo is suspicious about Rue because Rue forgot that she set up Rosalia's character. I always just call her Rosalia.
Mm-hmm.
She forgot that she set up Rosalia. Rosalia tips Alamo off that Rue is up to something, and it just goes downhill from there. But at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, Alamo meets Maddie because Rue and Maddie are hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Alamo is like, I like this chick, not as someone to add to my harem of women, but this is a business minded woman, and he's of an older generation, and at that time he probably did not know that you can make this much money on OnlyFans. He's used to strip clubs, drugs, prostitution, stuff like that. But
Mm-hmm.
you are missing the online world, completely legal world. And also
Mm-hmm.
now you have girls that are willing to do all sorts of things. Maddie even said that she usually looks for good girls and turn them bad, but she has bad girls that she's going to
Yeah.
put on there. And I thought that that was very slick because the a lot of people think that or thought that Maddie was going to fuck over Cassie and basically give her over to Alamo as like basically one of his girls, but I don't think that that's where we're going at all because
Mm-hmm.
we had that conversation in the diner where Maddie is like everything is equal and as it should be, which I wish I had that kind of a mindset. I'm just like
Mm-hmm.
burning it all down. Dracaris, bitch. Like I can't handle it at all.
I love that reference.
Like I can't do that. But what did you think about Maddie basically saying like, yeah, Cassie fucked me over, but I'm over that, over the Nate thing. I'm over anything, and it just kind of like is what it is, because as much as we hold a grudge as an audience for what Cassie did, she also is saying things that are true, and that's how you should go about life.
Mm-hmm. I'm like that. Like I feel that way about a lot of things. Like it's like when I was younger, like in my mind, I would be like, I'm gonna get revenge, and then like I wouldn't, you know. But it's like, yeah, when you're in a place like Maddie doesn't have to do anything, so like that's part of being harmonious. Like I know that you fucked me over. This is a transactional relationship. I'm moving accordingly, and I don't have to do anything to sabotage you because you do it to yourself. This is the life you asked for. You got it. Congrats. This is what life with Nate looks like. This is what you got. So I think, yeah, I think I'm not going to say it's easy to be harmonious, but I think it's a preferred situation. And it is a little bit easier to feel like that when you can just acknowledge that Cassie's everything that's going to happen for Cassie. Maddie doesn't have to even put the cards into motion for them to happen. Cassie's just going to do it. So yeah, I think that that made a lot of sense to me. I did wonder in regards to Maddie and Alamo meeting, and shout out to the Two Black Girls, One Rose podcast. I heard them talking about this too. It feels just like, okay, number one, realistically, I don't know that Rue wouldn't get turned into one of Alamo's girls just because she says that she's a lesbian. I think that realistically, I agree with people out there saying that the way that that life works, she's not going to just be one of the boys. Like he would probably make her one of his girls. So that. Then in terms of meeting Maddie, I was shook that Maddie decided to go with Alamo anyways, because Rue is all but telling you, get the fuck out of here. She's like, you got anywhere to be? And Maddie's like, no, no.
I'm waiting
And
on my
it's,
milkshake.
right, I'm fine. And I don't, she's flirting with danger, Maddie is. And I
Yeah.
don't know if it's because she thinks she can protect herself from Alamo or if she thinks it's worth the risk. I don't know. I was just kind of shook by that, but it made sense how they paired up. And I'm glad they're pairing up in this capacity rather than Cassie going to work at the club. And I didn't ever think Maddie was going to like sell her out, but I did think that Cassie was going to be desperate and her OnlyFans wasn't going to hit because more than likely for a lot of OnlyFans creators,
Yep.
you're not in that top 1% and it doesn't hit. So you explore other avenues of sex work. So that's what I thought was going to happen. But yeah, this is more interesting.
It's way more interesting. And I don't know in the previews if I ever see Cassie meeting Alamo, but it just seems like Cassie is gonna have her show going on. So I don't know. She got the call back, or well, no, she didn't get the call back. Lexi told her that the
Congrats.
producers, yeah, like in the rain, she's just like congratulations or whatever, and she's like, you are just so self-centered, and she's like, that's how everyone in Hollywood is, and I'm like, yo, regardless of how you feel about this show, Sydney Sweeney is Sydney Sweeneying. Titties McGee,
Is
top
McGeeing.
tier episode for Titties McGee.
I love too, someone pointed out the way that they have her dressed to just being so intentional when she was in like a dated outfit, like those skinny jeans and like the crop top pink sweatshirt where her boobs looked like ridiculous. Like, and she's like, what? You have to do this in Hollywood. Everybody does. Yeah, I just feel like it's so well written. It's so her. If she was not famous and just a girl, she would be wearing skinny jeans and acting just like that. So, yeah.
It's insane, and I'm just like, how do you even because at this point you're a movie star. I mean, Zendaya is a movie star, but she's in another league. Maddie isn't even, sorry, she's not really like a movie star in the way that Sydney, Jacob, and Zendaya are, but she's not going to be showing her titties like she did in season one. So I'm just like, damn, how do you read a script and you're at the point in your career where I understand that that's like your thing. I haven't seen a movie where we haven't seen her titties yet. The Housemaid was pretty good, but I'm just like, how do you read a script and you agree to this when you don't have to? Like, you're not in a place where you feel like you were season one or even season two. Like, how do you go from having one of the most, like, it was supposed to be like, oh, we're so back with romantic comedies when she did that romantic comedy, and then nothing came after it.
Flop.
Yeah, like nothing came after it, and she's done flop after flop after flop. But I think, is she in the place right now when she was offered, or when they were writing that script for her, that she's like, damn, all my movies, Christy, whatever the fuck she did before Christy, all my movies are flopping, so I need to do this? Or is she just fine with it? Fine with leaning into it?
I can't tell either. I honestly think it's like a little bit of everything. Like I think that um people aren't watching unless she's showing tits in the
Yeah.
role. And whether that happens to be a direct correlation or just that in the movie she happens to show her tits and it happens to be one that people are tapping into. But I think that she, like, that is her currency, her boobs. Everybody knows a skinny white blonde girl whose entire personality is their boobs.
Amanda.
Yeah, Amanda. So I kind of think it's that. And then another part of me is like, you know what? I truly think that the same way that Cassie is being used as a pawn in like as her character by everybody, Maddie's technically going to be using her eventually to her own benefit. Nate's using her. The content creator guy wants to use her. Everybody's taking a piece. Like I think that the person that she is, like she's a basically like a white supremacist Christian nationalist. I think that she has a shitty team. Like I think she has a team who share her values, and because of that and because they just see her as a meal ticket, I think that they sign her up for the roles to which she gets paid the most and to which she shows tits, and I don't think that they care for her, and I don't think that there's any lack of protection. So I think it also has to do with her team, and I don't think that she has as much star power as people think, because the only roles that she's ever casted in, aside from Christy, is being attractive. But I also think Sam Levinson hates her. Like I do think there's like something
Oh.
there. I think Sam Levinson, someone said like Sam Levinson has issues with his mom, but like he hates attractive, I don't even know, like white women, like with bodies. Like he hates Faye, he hates Cassie. He's very weird. And he's also racist. So it's not just like he has something against white women, but he has like something special where he wants to like humiliate them in this weird way. So there's that too.
I'm just glad that he's doing it to white women.
Yeah,
Because it's just so tiring when we do it to black women.
absolutely.
And I think that's why I'm enjoying it a little bit more than most people, because Zendaya, yes, she might be getting her head bare, she might be digging her own grave, literally. But this is interesting. Like Zendaya is in Narcos, and everyone else is in like The Idol. Okay, I don't know what the idea is here, but I do know that I am just as afraid of Bishop as I am Alamo.
And Bishop knows Rue's a rat. No, he knows for sure. I like he has thought that she was bad luck and untrustworthy from
From the
early
beginning,
jump. Yeah.
from time,
Hmm.
literally. So yeah, we have that at the end. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about, just to wrap this up, is Nate. Nate is getting funneled money from Cassie, and he is actually, and I thought, anytime I think that it's gonna come to like Nate being humiliated or gonna, like feel bad that his wife is like doing all this shit, or jealous that his wife is doing it, turns out that he's just like, nope, go ahead,
Yeah.
do it. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Like, move in with them. Fuck
Yeah.
Maddie. Do this. I need this. Like,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I need my toe. So
Mhm.
before he's able to make his payment, knock, 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 they smash through his fucking window and his doors and just start getting to work on this man. Do we see a way? Okay, so there's two people who we think have the highest possibility of dying this season. That's Nate and that is Rue. Do we think both or do we think one? And which one?
I think Cassie's gonna die at the end of this. Like I think some
What? Tell
I
me.
do.
Tell
I do.
me.
I think something's gonna happen where they could kill Nate, but like one, she's paying his bills, and two, he's married to her, and three, she's beautiful. So I could, and four, they've left her unscathed thus far. But if you're not going to listen to the message, then the message might be for your wife now, and that's how I think they're going to operate. I think that they're going to go after Cassie, and whether they show up at a party that she's at in the middle and everyone's like, oh my God, and it's like drama. I think that ultimately she's going to catch the brunt of Nate. in the situation. And I also don't think that Nate was going to pay back his debt. Like I think that I truly don't think that he had any intention of paying that $30,000 back. Like I almost get the sense that he was like, I don't know. He's ripe and ready for a gambling addiction, Nate. Like I don't know what he was heading for, but I don't think that he was going to go pay back his debt with that 30K that Cassie just sent. Because first of all, that's not enough. I owe 500,000. Amp it up, bitch. Like what are we doing?
Especially if you have 50,000 subscribers, $10 a month is like what? That's
There we go.
500,000 a month.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
that's
paid
like
right there.
1 month of your earnings. Like what are we doing here?
Exactly.
So what are we doing these little payments for? It's crazy. I would say I could not see them killing Zendaya, but I saw that I think her name is Nika King, the one that plays Zendaya's mom. She is going to be back in an episode, and also they when they put out the cast list, Dominic Fike is supposed to be coming back. So if Dominic Fike is coming back, what would he be coming back for? Like I'm thinking it might be a funeral or something
Mm.
for Rue, and I hope
Or
that that
Rue's
is
family gets involved. Like maybe they go
yeah.
after Rue's family. Like I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah, wild. But yeah, Euphoria is it, it is what it is. I'm in it. I'm watching it.
Wait, I have one more question. Like, what did you think's gonna happen at the end? Like you said, you don't think she's gonna die, but like, okay, Rue dug her own grave. Her head is literally Alamo's polo ball. What do you think is gonna happen next episode? Because that's how it ended.
I think that he's just doing this to scare her because
Okay.
he is now connected to Maddie. Maddie might have been Rue's saving grace, and I think that that's another reason that Maddie may have went with him
Mm,
because she's like, oh, Rue's in trouble.
trouble. Yeah, I was wondering that too. I was wondering that.
And the fact that she picked those two girls out and which is freaking the girl's, what's her name? Sister from Tell Me
Yeah, Grace
Lies.
Van Patten and Maud Apatow. No, no, no.
Grace
Wrong.
and Rosalia.
Yes. Not me calling Rosalie Maud Apatow. Like I can't.
Yeah, just a lot of famous people here. But
Hmm.
there's so much. I saw a video on how much nepotism it is on set, and I'm like, damn,
Damn.
insane. Everyone is crazy.
Even the
But
girl who was in bed with Cassie in the last episode, I think she is some famous person's daughter. I've seen her before.
it's literally insane. And it's like this is what you guys wanted to do. You
Yeah.
you wanted to use your nepotism card for this. But
Hmm.
yeah, I think that he's just going to scare her. I think he had every intention of killing her, but since he met Maddie and he knows that Maddie is Rue's friend and he wants
Hmm.
to have a good working relationship with Maddie, and Maddie knows that he's working with her, he's going to spare her. So I
And I
think
wonder if Bishop thinks, if there's any possibility he thinks that she's been wearing a wire. And if it's like, oh, if you kill her, the FBI is going to have more of her. Like, I wonder if any
a
of that's
reason.
happening behind the scenes too.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in. And also how I see her character getting out of this, I just think that she's gonna be a crackhead. Like we'll just see her like in a crack house at the end. Cause it's not gonna there just like with the boys, there's no happy endings.
Oh my God. Do you remember the ending of Snowflake? Did you ever watch that show with Damson Idris?
Oh, Snowfall. No,
So
I did
Smalls. Thank you.
not,
I'm like, that sounded wrong.
but I know how it ended. He was just at the
Walking up and
top
down the
and
street.
then ended up being the crackhead.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's just like with 13 Reasons Why, everything was just terrible. Like everything
Hmm.
was, it was just terrible.
I do hope for Rue though that she's able to like act like she's active in her addiction and like stay not doing it because she's already pretended once that
Hmm.
she broke sobriety and
Right.
relapsed and that's why she was acting funny. So I hope I don't know. Where's Angel also? Close that up. That needs to be brought back around for the final episode. Where the fuck is Angel?
The good thing is, I think we have three more episodes of Euphoria where
Oh,
we only
good.
have one more episode of The Boys. So
Okay, that's what
we
I
got some
conflated.
some more some chunks to go, so like
Okay,
less than
good.
half a season. But yeah, I mean, those are all our thoughts. Let us know what you think about Euphoria. What is going to happen to Rue? Who do you think is going to make it? Who do you think is not going to make it? And thank you guys for listening. Please listen to Positively Uncensored. Hype this video, hype her video, give me 5 stars, give her 5 stars, and thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being here, and I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.